Drew Brees, not a fan, telling Stephen A. on First Take, I respect Philly. They are winning games. I can't stand to watch that offense. It's the most boring offense. Brew, your reaction to Drew Brees.
Look, to each his own, but I don't find their offense boring at all. I would like them to throw it a little more, especially downfield, but I'm including last year.
Well, you can't. This year it's been boring.
Okay, but they have one of the best running backs in the league. I don't care what the stats say right now. And there's always a possibility he's going to break a 60-yarder. And to me, that's still the most exciting play in football is the long run by the running back. So that right there, I mean, look at what happened last year. Look at this. Is this boring? This happened. And it was the Philadelphia Eagles, all right? I mean, that's a possibility every time they take the field. And beyond that, if you stop the run and they do have to pass, they got two exciting, dynamic receivers that are fun to watch. And finally, I'm going to say this, and this will stick in Nick's craw. I like the tush push.
There we go.
I don't like it 6 times a game. I'll give you that. I don't necessarily love it at midfield on a regular basis. But the tush push is arm wrestling.
Oh.
The tush push is mano a mano. It's not going to be exciting. You know what's coming. But it's fun to who's going to be the toughest. That's what the tush push is. So I like seeing that with the Eagles.
All right.
I get why you don't, but I like seeing it as the Eagles.
So listen, I think Brees' point, if this is his point, I agree with him. They don't have boring players. They are calling boring plays. And because thus far this year, we can put up the Saquon numbers, we're not getting the 6 Saquon plays.
No.
And you know what I mean? Like, 70, once a game, he went for 20 plus. 3 times a game, he went for 10 plus last year. You know, it was so, that was, even though it was run heavy, it was exciting and explosive. This year, it's been even run heavier with none of the explosion. So, like, I think that's, nobody doubts that A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon are exciting, in theory, players, and Jalen Hurts can get them the ball. He hasn't been allowed to do it. But as I said earlier in the week, and Wilds poo-pooed it, but I think Wilds actually agrees with me because he said it 2 weeks ago, you're the Chiefs now, Philadelphia. It's not good enough to just win. I need to have those warm and fuzzy feelings you used to give me. And like, yeah, you're undefeated in real life, but in hypothetical situations, you're kind of 0-3. And so, you know, if they don't block the kick, if CD catches it, if Travis doesn't tip it, and so that heavy is the head that wears the crown. It is not good enough to just win games anymore. You have to win games in a way people either have come accustomed to or in this situation have just kind of created that they would rather you do.
Really, because you know what, all last year before the Eagles even won the Super Bowl, all we did was hear them complain that the Eagles aren't winning the way that we want them to. Jalen Hurts needs to throw the ball. This is unsustainable. They're not going to be able to beat the Rams. They're not going to be able to beat the Rams again. They're not going to be able to beat the Commanders. They're not going to be able to beat the Packers. Well, they got no chance against the Kansas City Chiefs. So, no matter what they do, people always have something to complain about. And this is why, and before I really get going on this take, I'm asking Philadelphia Eagles fans to please subscribe. Please subscribe. I said this in my earlier video, enough is enough. I want to just create an absolute avalanche on this channel right now. I'm going so hard because these takes are starting to drive me absolutely insane. And I just want to build something and create something special. And the best possible way to support this channel is by subscribing and watching the videos. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to get you to buy these clothing, these headphones. I don't have any discount codes in the top of the screen to go download an app and do, you know, discount, you know, use the coupon code JWL Sports. I don't any of that. The best way to support me is by watching the videos in their entirety and subscribing. I want to take over, man. I want to take over. I want to create something special. I'm not messing around anymore because you have someone like Drew Brees calling this Eagles offense boring when they hung 55 points in the NFC Championship game. I mean, they could have hung another 50 some points in the Super Bowl. They hung 95 total points. It's just what was not exciting. Even just last weekend, I mean, even against the Cowboys, week 1 was exciting, and then week 2, it was a tough, gritty, difficult game against the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in Arrowhead. Like, not every single game is just a bonkers shootout. Like, it's just crazy to me. We have the audacity to say that. And listen, I think this Philadelphia Eagles offense needs to grow and evolve. And I think the play calling needs to have a much better rhythm to it because it's gotten predictable, which is then hurting the pass game and the run game. But especially the run game right now, because they're trying to just kind of be like, hey, we got Saquon, we got a great O-line. Doesn't matter if you know we're going to run. We'll just find a way through it. And it's like, no, that's not really how football works right now. You got to have a rhythm. It's too predictable, as Greg Olsen discussed throughout the broadcast. And so that all makes sense. But to now just try to have some sort of nonsense hot take so we can just say Drew Brees calls Eagles offense boring, right? Can't stand to watch. It's the most boring. It's just like, bro, Drew Brees, I'm really sorry that the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts have accomplished more than you have in just 3 years than you were able to do in your entire career. Like, I'm sorry. I think you're an amazing quarterback. I think you're an awesome quarterback. And maybe if you focus a little bit less on excitement, maybe you could have won a little more. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. But it's just like, it's bizarre to dunk on a team that is playing great. The Kansas City Chiefs weren't playing great. So this constant comparison to the Kansas City Chiefs last year is driving me insane. And I'm not going to bring up the stats. I'm not going to show you the thing about how Patrick Mahomes had an intercept. I mean, like, he was just having endless interceptions. And you have the continuity of Andy Reid and Travis Kelce and Patrick. Like, you had this content. The Eagles are working now with another new coordinator. Jalen Hurts is like 30th in his career. Man, the guy's got more coordinators than he has years being alive on planet Earth. Like, it's just relentless here. It's just nonstop. That matters. That matters as well. You know, these things are a work in progress. And maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. But it's just like, I don't know, man. It's just we're losing the plot here, man, with a lot of these takes. And now we're trying to invent things. Oh, well, because the Eagles won, now it's not enough. It's never been enough. It wasn't enough in 22. It wasn't enough in 23. It wasn't enough in 24. And now it's not enough in 2025. So miss me with the nonsense saying that, oh, well, because they won the Super Bowl, now they're, heavy is the head that wears the crowd. That's not what's happening here. All last year, all they could when they beat the Cleveland Browns, it wasn't by enough points. When they beat the Rams, it was, well, they didn't pass enough. Jalen Hurts isn't good enough. A.J. Brown's not happy enough. Devontae Smith's not happy enough. They're too reliant on the defense, too reliant on Saquon Barkley. Nick's exact words, Nick Sirianni is a doofus. Those were his exact words. Fangio can't contain Patrick Mahomes. Sean McVay is a better coach. Matthew Stafford's a better quarterback. Well, the Rams would have won if it wasn't for Jalen Carter. The Rams would have won if it wasn't for Jalen Carter, Saquon Barkley, Lane Johnson, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Mailata, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Man, they would have won if the Eagles just weren't a team. Yeah, I think the Rams would have won that game if the Philadelphia Eagles weren't a team. I agree. There's not a doubt in my mind that the Los Angeles Rams would have won that game in the divisional round and the regular season game if Jalen Hurts wasn't the quarterback, if Lane Johnson wasn't there, if Jordan Mailata wasn't there, if Cam Jurgens wasn't there, if A.J. Brown wasn't there, if Devontae wasn't there, if Saquon wasn't there, if Fangio wasn't there, if Cooper Dean wasn't there, if King, if Mitchell wasn't there. Darius White, I agree. I'm being exposed right now. I know I'm being biased, but I agree. The Los Angeles Rams absolutely positively would have won that game. And I actually think the Kansas City Chiefs would have won too. And probably the Commanders. I think the Chiefs would have threed. I know it's a hot take. It's a bold take, but I'm here to speak the truth. I can't tell a lie. I can't tell a lie. This is the nonsense that we bring to the table. I mean, this is the nonsense. It's just crazy. And now we're just gonna invent stuff. Oh man, we got to get back to just telling the truth. We got to get back to telling the truth with nuance, with reality. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles? That they're boring, that you can't stand to watch them, even though they're one of the most watched teams in the NFL. And what do you think about Nick saying, well, it's because they won, and that's why it's not enough? Well, it wasn't enough last year either, but let me know. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.